Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayam Udiraya.
Tato Jayam Udiraya.
Before we start in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, we first offer respectful obeisance to the personality of Godhead, to Krishna, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of divinity, Vyasadeva, the author, and Srila Prabhupada, translator, commentator, Nastapraya Subhadreshu
Nastapraya Subhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhagavati Naistiti
Bhaktir Bhagavati Naistaki
by regular attendance on classes on Srimad Bhagavatam. By regular attendance on classes on Srimad Bhagavatam. And then in service under the pure devotee, all that is inauspicious to the heart is almost completely destroyed and thus transcendental love and service under the personality of God. So the transcendental song is established as a. Anybody know what that means? So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 32, text number 10. And this is continuing with entanglement through the activity 5. Evam Haritya Bhagavantam Anupravishta Ye Yogino Jata Hita Marun Manaso Viraga Hinaiva Shakam Amritam Purusham Puranam Brahma Pradhanam Upayanti Agatha Vimanaha Agatha Vimanaha Evam Paretya Bhagavantam Anupravishta
Evam Paretya Bhagavantam Anupravishta
Evam Paretya Bhagavantam Anupravishta
Evam Paretya Bhagavantam Anupravishta
Ye Yogino Jitamarun Manaso Viraga
Ye Yogino Jitamarun Manaso Viraga
Ye Yogino Jitamarun Manasa Viraga
Ye Yogino Jitamarun Manaso Viraga
Venaiva Shakam Amritam Purusham Puranam
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 Brahma Pradhanam Upayan Yagathabhimana
Brahma Pradhanam Upayanti Yagathabhimana
Brahma Pradhanam Upayan Yagathabhimana
Brahma Pradhanam Upayan Yagathabhimana
Evam Paretya Bhagavantam Anupravishta
Evam Paretya Bhagavantam Anupravishta
Ye Yogino Jitamarun Manaso Viraga
Ye Yogino Jitamarun Manaso Viraga
Venaiva Shakam Amritam Purusham Puranam
Venaiva Shakam Amritam Purusham Puranam
Brahma Pradhanam Upayan Yagathabhimana
Brahma Pradhanam Upayan Yagathabhimana
एवं परेत्य भगवन्तम् अनुप्रविष्ट
एवं परेत्य भगवन्तमनुप्रविष्टा
ये योगिनो जितमरुन्मनसो विरागा
ये योगिनो चितमरुन्मनसो विरागाः
तेनैव साकममृतं पुरुषं पुराणम्
तेनैव शाकममृतं पुरुषं पुराणम्
ब्रह्म प्रधानम् उपयान्त्यगताभिमानः
ब्रह्म प्रधानमुपयान्ति जगताभिमानः एवं परेत्य भगवन्तमनुप्रविष्टा ये योगिनो जितमरुन्मनसो विरागाः तेनैव शाकममृतं पुरुषं पुराणम् ब्रह्म प्रधानमुपयान्ति जगताभिमानः एवं परेत्य भगवन्तमनुप्रविष्टा ये योगिनो जितमरुन्मनसो विरागः तेनैव शाकममृतं पुरुषं पुराणम् ब्रह्म प्रधानमुपयान्ति जगताभिमानः एकं परेत्य भगवन्तमनुप्रविष्टा ये योगिनो जितमरुन्मनसो विरागाः
तेनैव शाक्यममृतं पुरुषं पुराणम्
प्रधानमुपयान्ति जगताभिमानः एवं परेत्य भगवन्तमनुप्रविष्टा ये योगिनो जितमरुन्मनसो विरागाः तेनैव शाकममृतं पुरुषं पुराणम्
Upayan.
ब्रह्म प्रधानमुपयान्ति जगताभिमानः
Anyone else? Word for word. Please repeat.
एवं
Thus.
thus
Paretya.
परेत्य
Having gone a long distance.
a long distance
Bhagavantam. Lord Brahma.
Lord Brahma
Anupravishta.
entered
Yea. Those who. Yogina.
Yogis
Jita. Control. Marut. The breathing. Manasa. The mind. Viragaha. Detached. Tena. With Lord Brahma. Eva. Indeed. Shakam. Sakam. Together. Amritam. Embodiment of bliss. Purusham. Unto the personality of Godhead. Puranam. The oldest. Brahma Pradhanam. The Supreme Brahman. Upayanti. They go. Agata. Not gone. Abhimanaha. Whose false ego. Translation. The yogis who become detached from the material world by practice of breathing exercises and control of the mind, reach the planet of Brahma, which is far, far away. After giving up their bodies, they enter into the body of Lord Brahma, and therefore, when Brahma is liberated and goes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Brahman, such yogis can also enter into the kingdom of God. Please repeat. The yogis who become detached from the material world
The yogis who become detached from the material world
by practice of breathing exercises
by practice of breathing exercise
and control of the mind
and control of the mind
reach the planet of Brahma,
reach the planet of Brahma,
which is far, far away.
which is far, far away.
Having given up their bodies,
After giving up their bodies,
they enter into the body of Lord Brahma,
they enter into the body of Lord Brahma.
and therefore, when Brahma is liberated
Therefore, when Brahma is liberated
and goes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
and goes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
who is the Supreme Brahman,
who is the Supreme Brahman,
such yogis
such yogis
can also enter into the kingdom of God.
can also enter into the kingdom of God.
Purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By perfecting their yogic practice, yogis can reach the highest planet, Brahmaloka or Satyaloka, and after giving up their material bodies, they can enter into the body of Lord Brahma. Because they are not directly devotees of the Lord, they cannot get liberation directly. They have to wait until Brahma is liberated, and only then, along with Brahma, are they also liberated. It is clear that as long as the living entity is a worshiper of a particular demigod, his consciousness is absorbed in thoughts of that demigod, and therefore he cannot get direct liberation or entrance into the kingdom of God, nor can he merge into the impersonal effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such yogis or demigod worshippers are subject to the chance of taking birth again when there is again creation. The yogis who become detached from the material world by practice of breathing exercises and control of the mind reach the planet of Brahma, which is far, far away. After giving up their bodies, they enter into the body of Lord Brahma. And therefore, when Brahma is liberated and goes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Brahman, such yogis can also enter into the kingdom of God. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, but by his causeless mercy, eternal spiritual master, only Srimad Paramahamsa Parivraj Visaya, Astataru Sadashi Shimai Kilesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. As force is continuing to force my eyes open with the force by his knowledge. Therefore, I offer my most humble obeisance under his lotus feet. Without him, I would be completely lost. So again, we're reading this chapter by Kapila Muni about entanglement in fruitive activity. And just the title of this chapter alone gives an indication of how important this is for us to understand, because we are entangled in this material world because of fruitive activity, because we want some benefit, a material benefit from our activities. And we've been in this cycle of samsara, 8,400,000 people of life, for a long, long time. Like the planet of Brahma, is far, far away. So we've been in this material world for a long, long time. And that fruit of desire is unbelievably difficult to become free from. It says that even the great sages who practice meditation for thousands of years, very difficult for them also to get free from the entanglement. lot of analyzation that people need does, so we can understand in great detail the nature of this material world and our activities within this world that are causing us such bondage, life after life after life. And it says that even the greatest saviors, they can't understand the plan of the world. How can we understand the plan of the world? Therefore, we have to take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master. Ukam kuroti vachalam tangum nange koi. Yaki patam hamvande shiguru. By the mercy of that bona fide spiritual master, his mercy is so incredibly powerful that it can enable a blind man to see. Someone who's lame can enable him to cross mountains. So our situation in this material world indeed is very conditioned. But there's nothing that we can't achieve because of the mercy of the Lord via his devotion. Because we don't really have the qualification to serve Krishna directly. We become qualified to serve Krishna directly when we become one with Krishna. And we understand our oneness in quality with Krishna. Otherwise, we are devotees, but we are technically conditioned devotees. We're practicing this process of devotion. But by getting the mercy of the pure devotees, that's very short. Our spiritual masters may be bona fide, but we also have to have that qualification of being bona fide disciple. So, how can a lame person cross mountains? How can a blind person see the stars in the sky? How can a young person recite poetry? The prayers of Prahlad Maharaj are wonderful. The prayers of Dhruva Maharaj also. Here's Dhruva Maharaj, 5-year-old boy, meditating in the forest. With really meditation. He's only eating leaves. I think at first he was eating maybe berries and whatever fruits he could find in the forest. And he's eating leaves. Then he's only drinking water. Then he's not drinking water at all. He's only breathing air. He became so powerful. You know how powerful? He became so incredibly powerful that when he placed his toe down on the ground, the whole earth planet went down. When he sucked in air, his determination was so great. The beings, celestial beings in the higher planets, started feeling suffocated. How powerful is the pure devotee of the Lord? Akama sarva karmova, moksha kama udavara. He reigned a bhakti yogina, this great tradition. So whether one is full of all material desire, as with the archers, or is completely free from material desires in all circumstances, once you take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you reign about the world and the gates of the that process is just like in the morning when there's a dense fog, and sometimes it's so dense you can't even see your hand in front of you. Anyone ever seen fog like that? Or seen fog like when you're driving in the car, when you have to drive for an hour? You know, you can't see behind you, you can't see in front of you, you don't know, you get hit like that. It's a very dangerous situation. This material world is a dangerous situation like that. And it's darkness, ignorance. Darkest ignorance is the public of ignorance. Fails to see and understand the absolute truth. But when the Son of Krishna fog automatically becomes dissipated. So we are so much dependent on Krishna in our conditions. But due to our false confidence, we're getting it. The spiritual master is essential for us to get. And feel like being glorified, become qualified to perform devotional service. So these yogis talking about, they become detached from the material world by this ascending process, by the strength of their own power. Jai Shri Radha Hari. Actually, that's not a correct statement. It's not power, because we don't have, our power comes from Krishna. Krishna says right in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, that he is powerful. Anybody know that verse? Huh? It starts, no, because it I'm the avoiding
Oh,
but he is the avoiding. He's everything within this world. We're not this body. We're not we're not even a false ego. That's the pure soul. So the yogi who becomes detached from the material world by processing pleasing. Prabhupada never encouraged devotees to practice yoga. Uh, for health, but we think we're going to become perfect by practicing yoga. The great danger connected with that is that one starts to feel bad. Just, practice breathing starting with the control my breath, it's all happening from my own power. Prabhupada says that devotees have much more power than the yogis. When asked why different people, because people think of yogis, especially in India, they have this power. They can say, oh, maybe it's kind of stupid, like the pomegranate. It's like some yogic city. He's able to reach out and grab anything, anywhere. It would be wow, that's amazing. I can't do that. Maybe he's God, because people worship people like that. So sometimes people ask to the Prophet, you're great yogi, you know that. And what kind of mystic yoga do you have? What miracles can you perform? Creating devotees from the lowest class of human beings. That is the greatest mystic power. I mean, otherwise, why would the Brahmins, caste Brahmins, get so upset when we see devotees? Tell me how you get to where Brahmins get. Because traditionally, this process has only been available to the highest class of society. But in this age, by the mercy of Sri Mahaprabhu, anything is possible. He has joined the movement of infinite possibilities. All it takes is a good level of faith. So by this mercy, by this faith in the Lord and His pure devotee, we can achieve anything. Yastadevi, Parabhakti, Yastadevi, Bhagavad, that's very faith is our way. Even health-wise, there's like so many devotees now as we get older, there's so many health challenges. And it's very easy to get sidelined by those health challenges. Prabhupada, it didn't happen to Prabhupada. in his 70s in the midst of heart attack. He was traveling and teaching. Um, so it was really fixed, really determined in Krishna consciousness. And it doesn't matter. We may be on a so-called deathbed, and the doctor may say that, oh, you have to live. You could live for another year. It's really up to Krishna. So as we surrender more and more to Krishna's direction, we become more and more free from the influence of the modes of material nature. And like Baba says, every time we crack out our faith, there's one, I'll tell the short story of a Mataji who was from an Indian family in South Africa. And she wasn't a devotee, although her family was pious. She moved to California. She went to medical school, I believe, in South Africa. She moved to Dallas, Texas, and got a job in a hospital. And not sure what year this was exactly, but it was probably started maybe in the late 70s. And then she worked for some time. I don't know exactly what it was in this hospital. And she knew nothing about Krishna consciousness, nothing about, had no idea that it was a temple in Dallas. Never heard of the devotees before. And was a really, really good worker. She was very service-minded. And she was the person, I don't know the exact title, but she was the person that always ensured that the surgeons had all their instruments, so everything was clean and stuff. So she was like, she was treated with like backup, but very service-minded. She was so service-minded that whenever anyone got sick, she would always volunteer to fill in. And she would always work extra hours. She was like a workaholic. And she neglected her body. She would always just eat whatever snack was available so she could run, get back to work. So her health started deteriorating more and more. She just ignored it. Finally, it got to the point where she had some severe stomach problems. And that continued for some time. Finally, it got so bad that they had to cut out part of her stomach. Then she went on simply like that, didn't change her diet or anything, didn't change her work habits. Got sicker and sicker until it cut more and more out of her stomach. And then, I mean, maybe she had developed cancer in her stomach. I think she did, and like it was spreading. And then somewhere along that path, she heard about the temple in Dallas, and she started visiting. And she became really, really serious. Krishna consciousness, really sincere. She took initiation of Krishna. And but she continued to get sicker and sicker. Finally, she couldn't work anymore. And practically her whole stomach, I think, was removed. And she had simply to lay at home, and it cost, I don't know what it cost, but it was a huge expense. She never spent money, so she had a lot of money saved up. And of course, she had a lot of medical insurance, was in the hospital. Then she moved into her home. She was all hooked up intravenously and couldn't eat or anything. And then all of a sudden, she said, I'm going to die. I'm going to get it. So there was another Mataji that agreed to help her, take her to India. And, she had to get all this permits and everything to do this. Got a visa and everything. And it was a huge expense of, I think it cost something like $100,000 to actually go and bring all this equipment with her to India and all kinds of the backup and stuff. And at this point, the doctors gave her, I think it was 3 or 4 months to live. And there was no doubt in anyone's mind. She was going to die. Exactly what her stomach. She didn't think that he was safe. So she moved to Vrindavan, got a place there, she continued with her medical protocol. And then it was the Janmashtami, parents were Krishna. And so she's lying down in bed, having had her introduced and then she called her caretaker, there's nothing to do. She says, I want to take the child. I want to take the child from the Lord's place. Unplug me. So the caregiver was like, what? I'm going to unplug you, you're going to die. Yeah. So he unplugged her and gave her some Mahaprasad, ate it. She got violently sick, threw up everything. But she refused to put her into intravenous needle stuff back in. So they would cook for her and, just liquid diet. And most of the time she would throw it up, but she was able to keep enough down that she had, was getting some nutrition from that. She couldn't walk before. She was bedridden. Gradually, she started getting strength. She started being able to walk. She had more and more strength. She was able to go to the temple. And she was eating. It was like unbelievable. Then she went to go to Radha and she couldn't walk. So, the road was quickly, like 14 miles to that Radha and she couldn't do that. So she'd just go, driven in the car, she'd go to different, drive to different places. The road would talk about the past on the road, which is very familiar. And then, have you heard this story? And then, so she started getting more and more strength. She started walking part of the curriculum. Gradually, she got enough strength. She was able to walk the whole curriculum around Govardhan. And then she started leading curriculum. She was walking so fast, nobody could keep up with it. She lived another, I think, 8 years. She was also very helpful, like devotees. They go to Vrindavan, they get sick, they go to the hospital and help. He lived like another 8, 10 years. You remember how long? Yeah. 4 years. At least 8 years longer she lived. So this is a testament to Krishna's mercy, and how what we think. That's why we as devotees, we want to come to the second class platform of devotion service and become a second class devotee. And to do that, it means we start to see Krishna in everyone's heart. And we start to see that these things, which are keeping us from pure devotion service, that everyone is covered by that. And gradually, we start to see and start to accept that these things within us, these are also aspects of Krishna. And the more we see things as not separate from Krishna, the more we can make rapid spiritual advance. And the more we see things in relation to Krishna, then we see these things, these health challenges, that it's all sent by Krishna. It's all different aspects of Krishna's energy. And then when we get some state or get even some so-called what do we call it? Disease, like life-threatening, right? Yeah, terminal disease. It's kind of a joke. I mean, We already have terminal disease. We're going to die at a certain point. We know we're not going to die, but our body is. So, you know, you doctors, oh, you have so long to live, oh, you have this disease, oh, that disease. And it's very easy to fall into a certain mindset and become limited by that. But we should see that that's a challenge sent by Krishna. And we should try to look at that through the eyes of Krishna and use that as a catalyst for our devotional service like that. So this is a great opportunity we've been given in Krishna consciousness. And these yogis, the practice yogis, yoga for who knows how long, will reach the highest planet of Brahmaloka and go there. It says that they eventually can go back to Godhead, but they only do that when Lord Brahma does. And they have to wait millions and millions of years to do that. You can actually go back to Godhead. I mean, we don't qualify to do that. It's interesting here also, I thought, where Brahma is, it says Brahma, well, it says that the yogis, so basically they're brought up in thoughts of worship demigods, even if it may be Lord Brahma. But because Lord Brahma is a pure devotee, that shows the power of the pure devotee. That even if we don't have the desire by serving the pure devotee, yet that same opportunity. So I think it's that way.
Thing before something about what we were saying about Prabhupada. Yeah, the exact words you're saying, but basically Prabhupada made devotees. That was his city. It just reminded me of this really funny exchange in Melbourne. And the reporter was kind of challenging, and they asked Prabhupada. The reporter said, "Oh, you know what? Swamiji, what are you doing for like society?" At that time, the devotees all seemed to read books, kind of seemed like a nuisance in Melbourne at that time. And so he said, "What, Swamiji, what are you, doing for society? What is your organization doing?" And then Prabhupada stopped for a second, and he said, "Well, we're taking animals and we're turning them into human beings." I found that quite funny too. But, yeah, the cult. Yeah, the reporter.
Yeah, here's some of the story. Yeah, man, you probably, I don't know where you're from. Probably know that book. Probably for the book. Yeah. Yeah, after she lived with her how many years, and she went to Dallas, and then she had another kind of health illness with it. She was that, and she was thinking about going back to Dallas. And once she was told her, you should stay here in Dallas. Stayed there in Dallas, and all the devotees in Dallas really got this Dallas. There's also past things where she wanted to go up to the altar. She couldn't see that bed. So what she did is she went on a road trip and everything. At the altar, on the background to the altar. The devotee said, Yeah, so we should really try to take advantage of those groups and advance the learning. So that's actually the real, when you think about the association with devotees, it's always the not simply comfort zone with, devotees or something that always keep that association with devotees. I mean, so many devotees left the planet, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so cool. I was take advantage of their association here. And it's amazing now too. I mean, the really modern technology also is able to like real like other devices on the dead. And we got this quadruple bypass. How long ago was that? It's unbelievable. We've got more like enthusiastic teaching now than like we did before. So we devoted in LA, you got a whole heart transplant. I mean a whole organ transplant. He was in construction for 6 months later. He's back like like unbelievable. Anything else? So it was. I just wanted to mention it was an incredible festival yesterday. Yeah, thanks to Melody organizing and including all the devotees, and it seemed like everything was took place very nicely. Um, I wasn't in the parade one. They didn't have a tour country. These festivals are are really important because the devotees all work together, undergo so much austerity to put it on. And that, of course, brings the devotees closer together. And when we bring things out, those galvanize out to kind of do, there's so many aspects of it that is so beneficial. So, so it'd be really good to see, like in LA, they have their museum there. Have you ever been to the museum? It's an incredible presentation, and it was down for about, I don't know, maybe 8, 10 years. about 45 minutes going through the impact of that, the ordinary person that's going through is really, really great. And there were only like, I don't know, you get a couple people a day who would go through there. And then he started experimenting with social media. And he became expert at simply people writing reviews on TripAdvisor. And he became so expert. The devotees ended up writing, I think, like 150 reviews. And now that museum is the number 4 tourist destination in Los Angeles. He's getting like up to like 20 people a day. He started increasing what he charged, and he's making about $5,000 a month just through figuring out social media. And I met a guy yesterday, reminding me that I met a guy at the festival yesterday, a Caucasian guy, American, with his girlfriend. Seemed like really nice and sweet. Didn't know anything about Christian Science. Somehow or other, he found the Facebook page, and he came to the parade. And this is kind of the person that when you meet him, you're like, oh my God, how can I get this guy in the temple? He's like so sweet, you know. And he was just so sweet and he came late. We didn't get to shot him. Finally came up, he was talking with Medusa, and we gave him a book from the stuff, and said, oh, I'll definitely get in touch with you, and we gave the flyer, and the address, website. So I think this is a really good thing to work with, the devotees are expert in social media and figure out how to increase the presence, because you can direct that social media in so many different areas depending on what kind of person you want to adopt. So that might be a good way to popularize the festival. Anything else?
All right, Matt, on the last question of
Of course.
talk about this a little bit. Like, where, we see that like for this, it seems like some people have amazingly extraordinary stories that bring it to the Christian context. Great. Strange turns, then for some of us, it seems like odd work for why
First of all, I'll say that our senses are imperfect. We have imperfect perception, and what we perceive to be the case, according to our external vision, is maybe not. Most likely, not even true. For example, I had a situation where I was climbing a mountain and there was nobody around. I was attacked by two guys in like Colombia, South America. And they were going to kill me. And I prayed to Lord Machida. Lord Machida personally appeared. I prayed to the Lord Machida. He personally appeared. I mean, I perceived him. He was standing right in front of me. With my spiritual senses, but so I've had an incredible experience like that. Other devotees sometimes have had amazing experiences and the other days, whatever. But that was like in 1979, 1980, and Krishna consciousness has been such an uphill climb that we think that. I mean, I joined a movement like so many other devotees, but basically atheistic background, agnostic background, and that, I'll join the movement. Many devotees join the movement, like you hit the ground running. There was some Yesham Kwantikam Papam Janam Punikam. There's no, accident. There's because of our devotional service in previous lifetimes. We were able to work fire activities, whatever. We came in this life. But when we came, we were very, very naive, very conditioned. And, everything that happened to me when I was growing up as a brahmachari, really, those first years, kind of like the first years of a child that, growing, are formative years. And very important because then I expect to go together. Because Prabhupada was personally on the planet at that time. I tell you, the power of a pure devotee with Prabhupada's level, being on the planet physically, it created like this mystic field of his that just sustained us. It was so powerful. I mean, I remember today it's the same thing to a certain degree because Prabhupada's presence in the instruction. But it was so powerful and we felt so satisfied when we were doing our service, like my service, that we felt Prabhupada's presence. It's like we didn't feel, that we had to be where Prabhupada was. And he would come once in a while to the temple and see him getting his surgery. I got the good fortune of going to Mayapur and Vrindavan every year. And when Prabhupada was there, sitting in the south to the people. That was really, really powerful. But then when Prabhupada left the planet, it was like the rug. It felt like the rug was pulled out. Practically every GBC at that time in Sannyasi fell down. I mean, the Shastra says that when they, what the speed of like a Shastra-based avatar like that leaves the planet, there's turmoil. Who is it? Ramananda Roy was asked by those who come what is the greatest thing within the material world. And Ramananda Roy said that I know of no other pain that is not endurable other than the separation of the pure devotees of the Lord. It was so powerful. That is like the analogy that comes to my mind is like there's usually a cartoon that I saw. There's a cartoon character and he's running from some danger, and you don't actually see the danger. He's running, and he's running into the forest, and he's running, going through, he's looking back, and whoever's happening right behind, and he keeps running and running and running. He runs off a cliff, and he keeps running on the edge. He's running. And all of a sudden, he realizes that he's not on solid ground, and he falls. So I think it's like that. Prabhupada's personal association with family is like keeping us up. I mean, although he didn't have a personal association, he knew the Prabhupada's on the planet, and he could. He was thinking his flow, his Prabhupada's taking action, but that is, personal association. So Christian consciousness is difficult. It's not easy. Not an easy process. It's very simple, but it's not easy. And Prabhupada says that, in most cases you have to go through very difficult conditions to be able to get the mercy of the Lord. And when we see a devotee who seems to have extraordinary enthusiasm or mercy of the Lord, and it may look effortless to us, believe me, it's not effortless. It's huge endeavor that devotee has gone through or is going through. and sometimes it's some type of a disease, which is like a mystery and attacks, especially when one gets older, attacks one's mind. I know devotees who have had severe psychological trauma. He's a good friend of mine. He grew up distributing books together, Yada Guru. Heard of the ISKCON? Well, he was, because myself, I chased the Baruch both today, we were all, booked this devotee was part of Sikh party also. And then as he got older, he started associating with the girl. She wasn't a devotee. He started smoking cigarettes. He became a little bit lax in his sadhana and started developing memory problems. And he visited me once when I was living in Canada. And I was so happy to see him. I hadn't seen him for 50 years or something. And he came up and said, "Hi, how are you? How's it going?" Good. What's going on? He said, "The FBI." I said, "What? The FBI?" I said, "Why is the FBI?" What happened? He said, "Wait right there. We got to see the I went to the kitchen. I prepared for Sean, and I came back, and he was gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he ended up, and I talked to him once in a while. He was like, he had to take all these drugs. People do when they have psychological stuff. And he still, had some sense. He would chant maybe 1 or 2 hours a day. I tell him, "Hey, go by. Finally got transferred to because his family is from Concord, New Hampshire, and it's a big family. So he moved there, and he moved into some mental. It's like a facility for people who have mental problems, but he has his own room there, so he's somewhat independent. And I went home. My brother asked me to go home and take care of my mother, who was like 90 years at the time. So I did for about a year and a half before she passed away. Now we happen to be in New Hampshire, so I used to visit him. And it was so sad. He did a program in the city where he was, and he came to the program. But he just kind of, sat around like a vegetable. And he liked the program and stuff, but it's just, and I was hoping to do more association. But, I mean, however difficult our situation is, however, whatever struggle we're going through, that, we should struggle even more. It can be a lot worse. And believe me, it's going to get a lot worse. Because we're going to get old, we're going to get disease, and, our so many things we take advantage of now that take for advantage for huh? Take advantage aren't going to be there when we reach that stage. And we may think that's a long way away because we've been 100 years. I mean, this is our wake-up call. We hear about the universal concept. We realize it's like that. It's just like an insect that there's some insects that only see the light of the day. They're born in darkness, die. Yeah, that's like a light. Entourage in the Bhagavatam, Jesus. Now, this is the Hare Krishna Desire, the Hare Krishna.
Could you down if you turned it on, but then